Back in action here for our final map. It's time to send one of these two teams through to the ESL Pro League. Season 19. And Sinners and forZe, well, after what we've seen, I genuinely have no idea. Inferno is not a map either team plays. What the heck are we going to get here, Alan?
Oh, well, I feel that way anyway when forZe's playing, but this could add fuel to the fire and really ignite this third and final map. Aggressive pistol from forZe as they streak into long. Oscar surely in a world of trouble. Somehow gets into library. As he's about to be pinched. Indeed, he goes down. It's just KWERTZZ left on this A side of the map. He's found a gap, but he can't stop this bomb going down.
KWERTZZ creeping in. Gotta be the guy. Not gonna be the guy. At this point, the retake, they're both coming from Moto. Gets a little better if you headshot. There's still 3 players to find, and there's a flank wrapping from Shalfie, who is now struck. Oh, it's Gokushima instead who strikes through. Our numbers a little wonky, but the kills do come in hot and fast, and it means that forZe take the round.
It's the Go system, isn't it, on our HUD? That's right. I'm a bit confused. Oh well, whatever.
We might have had a DC and then a reconnect. That sometimes messes with the numbers.
I think the numbers just changed. I think we're good.
Should be good now.
That's what we like to hear.
It's all
good. Go though from Sinners. I feel like that pistol just set the tone of this map, didn't it?
Might do.
Absolute raw aggression.
An absolute stack here. Flashbang over, and the MAC-10 say thank you. Yes, we will take these fights. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Very much thank you. And eco rounds galore. Eco kills galore for result. Money made. Put that in your back pocket. Put that in your billfold. And now the prime bonus round for forZe. Not a body lost on the last. You've still got the SMGs up. You still got the Galils up. Maximum utility. See if you can hit them in the face. And if you bring this round through, you're really just starting Sinners off on the wrong note.
Alrighty. Oscar.
XM Oscar.
Yeah, and he's...
No util? There we go.
Yeah, I thought for a second he might get uber aggressive there, but not to be. We are seeing a lot more of this XM10 in the last few months. It's a bit in vogue at the moment.
It's great on Inferno, right? If you're going to play half wall on B, if you're going to play in apps. Oh, B-stick. Oh, no. Spray's just completely off of both targets there, and he's double peaked. Likely would have been traded even if he gets the first kill, but as it is, he gets neither. And it's a 5v4. They bet a lot on that play, and instead, you're now in a situation where Sinners have no flashes. They have 2 smokes, a single HE, and a man disadvantage. This is brutal.
Bonus round 2 from forZe. Didn't have perfect weaponry, but it doesn't seem to matter. That is a missed molly. Yeah. Nobody in the cubby, so shouldn't be a huge problem. And very static from Sinners. They're relying on people like Zedko here to do damage. Smoke in for Moto. As forZe come for long control. Zedko caught repositioning. And
it's
Oscar. This is not the range.
No. This is not the way you were hoping this play would work. He's begging. He's begging someone to lurk out app so he can get a rifle. He is begging right now, but it's not going to happen. He's about to take the worst fight in the world for an XM. Gokushima, as soon as he spots him... Well, maybe there's a chance. Oh, now it comes. Now he's got the shot. The trade almost there. Oscar's so low. He's just going to try and live at this point. Sinners, you can understand it. There's going to be so little to work with. forZe are on the hunt. This was the bonus rounds. They're happy to throw away these guns if it means taking something out of the hands of Sinners.
Sinners can buy. They keep all these guns going. The bomb might even blow the... I think it was an M4 on Crad, their direction. See what happens there. But yeah, forZe. Good entry on Banana. Grouped together on A. There wasn't a lot Sinners could do with how they're playing the sites. And no surprises to see forZe up to 3. What are you going to do, Sinners? They are going to buy. Investing behind this. But it's not perfect. Oscar Buys up a rifle. But we're still on the auto shoddy. The util's good, but still no warp and B-stick force on MP9.
Okay, said go. Able to get away with that one. Maybe thinking his lucky stars. Looked like a dangerous peak. Dangerous probe, and he's still under threat. Result just on the other side.
Lucky boy. Bad flash. Lucky. That flash was really bad for Boiler. Lucky that nobody is facing result. But they also know that Oscar is not AWPing, so that is a big confidence boost for these riflers. What is the call then? Result left to lurk. 4 on Banana. Shock does have a smoke, as does B-Stick, but they need to get these down in a timely fashion to hold off the onslaught. There is a HE on Shalfie. Could come in handy.
Could indeed. They're going to smoke across. They're going to go on as soon as this fades. They're just waiting the moments. There's the re-smoke, though. Presumably they go. Oh, the lurk catches. Result gets checked, but he finds the first. He knows that that means it's likely light presence here. So much is going to be about this nade. Please stick. Trying to make the big play. Sets up Shock. They need to deal with Shock. They need to kill him now. And he's... Look that. 2 dinks. The damage is immense. And the smoke is gone. The spray down is there. KWERTZZ knocks both pins down. Strike.
A decent try from forZe. They didn't have a lot of options. They kind of nade themselves in that smoke, but it was definitely the best play they could have gone for. Either way. Sin is on the board. They actually keep a fair number of players alive, given the situation. Which is good, and the perfect lineup for KWERTZZ at the end. Okay. A bit of a DC. Hope to get them back in soon. On a ESL on the action. And we're back. Shouldn't need a restore because everybody died of forZe. I have a question.
Okay.
When's Oscar going to arrive in this series?
Yeah, I don't know. He's been pretty flat. He's been pretty flat, hasn't he? It doesn't feel like there's been any map. Like, we haven't really been pulling him out as a glaring error, but there's been no map where we've been blown away either. He's bottom of the board, if I'm not mistaken. He certainly was on map 1. I don't know how he fared on Mirage. Slightly better on Mirage. 12 and 12 even. It's been like okay, but you're right. We expect him to take over servers, and it's been anything but that.
Let's have a look. I'm just looking at the event stats. I assume Oscar's out in front, but it's actually Shock now. Shock then KWERTZZ. Where are you, Oscar? Can't find him at the moment. Okay, he is fairly far up there. Okay, no. He is still the top rated player. We had a monster game. Remember the game he had against Spirit Academy? He was feasting.
Yeah, but that was also a game where they were just swinging everything, fighting everything, because they were getting away with it. Right now, he's going to take the top off of a tower in the distance, apparently. He's admiring the architecture. It's a new form of warm-up. Never seen this before.
It's good practice. I think it was Gade back in the day that used to flick around in spawn between different kind of corners and stuff.
I was recently reminded of Gade. There was that HLTV article that was like 5 team lineups we wish we could wipe away from our memory. And they were talking about that Optic EU-NA hybrid.
Oh, glorious lineup. That was a good one.
Yeah.
The full Danish one.
No, they were talking about the one that was the interim, where you had Stan and Shaz with, I think, Gade, Freiberg. Oh, I don't even remember who the 5th was. It might have been Magisk, actually. I know he was on that team at one point.
It sounds like an experience watching that team play. Well, banana aggression from Sinners. Free here. Shock has eaten a lot of util damage. Surely a dead man. I'm amazed he even gets one out of that. But what was happening here in apartment? Zedko trying to get aggressive. Result was ready. And this is not a good start when Sinners needed back-to-back rounds.
No. No, certainly not. A reset here would be chopping them off at the knees. Leaving them to crawl their way. Flash! Oscar pushed off. He's got util. Oh, what's the repeat? Don't know about this one, Chief, but it works. It works. There we go. He wanted Oscar to take command. He sets up the second kill as well as they try and chase the op. And there we have it. Impact from Oscar. Asserting himself. Confident enough to go for the reswing.
Oh.
They've lost A. They've lost A. Quertz gets nothing. The bomb's going to go down, and this retake's going to be a nightmare.
Look at the game sense from Result. He knows that if there's a single player by Moto, nobody else is A.
Shadow. He's seen it. Confirmation. Oscar. A dead man.
Wow. Yeah, gotta save. Gotta save.
That is an absolute kick in the crotch for Sinners. That's the kind that leaves you doubled over. Thinking about your life choices for a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, KWERTZZ was just juggling way too much, wasn't he? He's trying to hold on to long and short and apartments and just got caught in transition. And then from there, Result had all the info. The last two players were B. He knew the sole A player was way off the site, so he just decided, I'm taking library, and wow, he just ended that retake before it was even a factor. And B stick hold on. I guess so if he doesn't peek. That has not done good things to the Sinners' economy. And what are they going to do? B-Stick can drop a rifle. Oscar can buy. I think they're going to invest. Let's see how it shakes out. Nope, half buy. They're playing the long game. Playing the long game. Hero AWP, though, from Oscar. Got to make good on that.
Needs chasing. Not finding. Yeah, we got the hero up in the right spot. If they come mid, KWERTZZ maybe was just trying to bait this in, right? He's taking the peek with the unarmored deagle. Might have been temptation, and there it is. Dangle KWERTZZ on the end of his stick, and woo, here comes Gokushima. Gonna have to ferry that op away. Actually, Shelfie would just pick it up. I thought he was just trying to keep the guns out of their hands. But we know Shelfie likes a secondary op. So he'll take the big gun, and that's just a playthrough. There was no flash on it. Or if there was, it didn't catch Crad. That's
funky. I think
rare
is the
mistake
word
from Crad.
Okay, well, there is a bit of a gap here. This needs to cross this angle here onto library is the real scary part. Oscar ready and waiting. Shelfie down. And now they have no answer. Zedko still on the top of the balcony is checked. But a mighty afterplant required to save this round from forZe.
Talk about it in a bit, but this might be some of forZe's worst tendencies getting to the better of him. Result wants to fight. Result wants to fight. He found the first. Whittling down these numbers. Taking some control. Denying space. There's a kit on B-Stick. Keep an eye on that. He's coming from mid. If he drops, they have to recover this kit. They're just running out of time, and now he's down. And they're coming from Moto. Oh, no. It's just Oscar. Oscar's turning tail. This was a 2v5. A 2v5. I don't care that you're down in the guns at that point. I don't care that you just got digs. You have to convert here for Sinners. And they can't do it.
See all facets of forZe in this round, don't we? The exuberance, the aggression. Leave too many opportunities.
I thought the dry peek around from Shelfie, where he faces the library up and dies, thought that was going to be it. The smokes come out immediately after, but it's too late. And then, no. The two remaining players result in 10 here. Result in particular, I mean, what a round.
Maybe Sinners needed someone to take command in that retake. I'm not sure exactly what went wrong, but with that many numbers, should have been doing more. The forZe keep it rolling. They make a living out of winning unlikely rounds, and that was one of them. Results has had a map, man. He is the lurking presence on A, often alive in the late round. He has been so good in this half, and he doesn't let up. Oscar gone. This man wants Pro League. I think Sinners should take a risk. I think they should sack a site. It's going to be so hard to hold if they play 2 apiece. Nades are dwindling too.
It's too late. They've already lost. They've lost long, right? The rotation's not even an option to them at this point. KWERTZZ is stuck. He's not got util to back out of this either, so he's just going to have to get her done with a rifle. Tokushima goes peeking in. It's a miss. It's a blunder, but the trade is there. A rare miss from Gokushima, but not capitalized on. Now all the pressure on a Zedco. He's 0-6. He's had a limp start to this, and he doesn't even have a smoke. If a molly comes his way, there's 3 of them available for forZe. It's just a matter of time. That one's off the mark. It'll keep him from peeking, but he's still going to swing. Cracking the goose egg at least, but a man disadvantage for his teammates as this bomb's going down. Never mind. Oh, and it's back. Result. The guy who's just been unreal finds his 15th kill. And B-Stick, this time he's going to have to roll the dice. This time he's going to have to attempt it. He's got the time for it. He's been spotted now. Tanir knows, and Tanir will not allow him to pass.
This is getting out of hand. Result is formidable. What are you supposed to do? He fells you every single round. Sinners... Are Sinners collapsing at the final hurdle?
It seems like
are they just out of steam? They're losing opening picks, even when they're in advantage situations. We can't convert. This isn't MR15. You're running out of time.
There still is some. And this, we will say, at least this map tends to lean pretty heavily towards the T's right now. But, yeah, it's the moments where they have the advantage that are slipping away that are killing me. That got to be so frustrating if you're in the comms right now. Doesn't help as well that Result is on one right now. 15 kills in 7 rounds. Over 2 kills a round.
They've got to deal with him. They can't allow him to just keep turning around these 2-on-3s, 3-on-4s. Number of times he's got out on A and it's just caused absolute havoc. It's not sustainable for Sinners. Half by here. I guess they kept the money honest from forZe, but the way this half is going, even with a big snap to the economy, they're not going to have the rounds to capitalize upon it.
Oh.
Good kill from Shock. Need a little bit more where that came from.
It was just a matter of time. They knew he was there, right? Like, all right, he's getting the gun. Just keep spamming. We'll find him eventually. They're playing Battleship. They're just going with the put red marks all over the board approach. We'll find him at some point. You know it. We'll see how this round turns out. Ah, Oscar gonna get her done long range. That's a tough one. KWERTZZ. Here we go. Oh, well, a little bit of a chance. Zedco get a chance to do this at least, but the bomb's gonna be down. Let's give Zedco his moment. This would be a heck of a time to explode.
It's a shame there's no guns on Banana.
There's no kid either.
Yeah, I don't think he can get anything until he's on the site proper, and it looks like Gokushima's holding, so... Perfect setup from forZe. Zedco needs a miracle.
Not happening.
Not to be.
So, I'm reminded a little bit of the 3D Max game. We had 2 incredibly close games, right? Ancient, back and forth, Sinners close. Inferno, close all the way. 3D Max, take it in the edge. And then we had a blowout in Anubis. An absolute blowout where 3D Max were just running roughshod over Sinners and it felt like they could get nothing done. I mean, these guys have played a lot of Counter-Strike. They've been together as a core for a long time at this point. They are veterans. They are experienced, but they seem to be collapsing in these series.
Do you remember what Shelfie said yesterday? He said that he thought for them their biggest weakness was playing under pressure. He was saying that coming into a match of this caliber for some of these players is uncharted territory. To be on the brink of, you know, an S-tier international LAN, a great LAN as well for new teams and players to, you know, more matches, more chances to get bedded in versus more of a challenger sort of setting. And it's been nothing of the sorts. They're the ones that get battered on map 1. They're the team that get put under pressure as Mirage goes deep. And
he did mention Gokushima as well as being, despite an inexperienced player, the kind of guy who didn't flinch when the pressure was raised, who actually improved, rose to the occasion. B-Stick, though, rising right here. Can't get more. It means they are going to bisect the map. Oscar looking to control it if they wanted to go towards B, but it's nothing of the sort. They're focused on this A site. And why not? They've had great success here. KWERTZZ and Zedko. Zedko, who's struggled, has to slip into the mini pit, but he's fortunate that the moto smoke is up. He survives. KWERTZZ will get one. And they're not able to get their way through. That's a massive frag. The pit player, though, stands strong. Gokushima will get a chance to pull off some heroics. Bomb down. Up in his hands. And they're both coming from the same direction. And he's reading it. He's reading it. Got the first. Shock back into the angle. There's the shot. He knows. Gokushima has to get the upgrade. He's out of bullets. Couldn't afford the reload. And Shock in that moment will punish. So with defuse on, the game not done just yet, as he'll find it under the ragdolls. But Sinners, at least find something.
Is this what it takes for Sinners to win a round? Oh my lord. To give everything. And forZe, this is why they're so dangerous, even when they're losing rounds. They're killing so many players. There's never a respite for Sinners. Never a chance to breathe. And best case scenario is going to be 5 rounds in this half. And even that feels like a stretch. How are we opening this one? Banana laden with nades and players. Trade, though, favors the T side, surely. Shock is low, and maybe with all this presence on B, forZe even have a read that A must be lesser defended.
Shock. 1 for 1 there. Getting aggressive, but look at this. Look at the creep out from Result. No one's watching for it. It's Result. This guy's been unreal. Near panicking. And with him gone, now they're looking back the other way. They might be ready to drop down. They're close enough to have heard it, I think. You can see Zedko's adjusting. But still a little awkward on that. Still the chance to close. They know that KWERTZZ is here. It's a 2v2. And Shelfie's been so absurdly patient. But just as that kill comes through, Oscar doesn't have to push out. I think Shelfie got an audio cue. Has an idea. Gonna clear logs. Gonna clear logs. Here comes the check. There's the kill. Now we can get the bomb. And KWERTZZ doesn't know that the bomb is down. He's rotating off of it. So the question is, which way does Shelfie go? The nade is going to pull KWERTZZ back, paralyze him for just long enough that this bomb should go down. And it will indeed. Shelfie will burn his Molotov to do so, but he's crossed. It's fine. He can get this down. He can get the clutch. Neither one has health. It's going to be first shot wins it, basically. KWERTZZ creeping forward. Shelfie getting aggressive in the angle. KWERTZZ has the idea, but not wide enough. Shelfie, the captain, steps to the plate. And that isolates the 1-round win for Sinners, where, reminder, they only had 1 player survive. Their money's gone again here, Alan.
Is this one blow too many?
It should be. It's gotta be. The ceiling's gotta break. The window is shattered. I mean, these, for Sinners, they're just watching that door. The door to the Pro League close inch by inch.
I know the scoreline says 13-9 there for Mirage, but for anybody that missed it, Sinners absolutely could have won that map. There were so many rounds which were on the verge. In quite a few of those here to on Inferno, but the scoreline is just leaning so heavily now towards forZe. Desperation perhaps slipping in. It's just a half buy from Sinners, but we need rounds. 3 at best. They lose this one. I'm fearful that that might not be enough.
It's just how many of these backbreaking rounds can you deal with, right? Even just ignoring the round total, the mental. So many moments, so many even situations, even man advantages. There was a 2v5 in there.
I have to say, though, there hasn't been that many pauses from Sinners.
No. That's true. Haven't really been taking their time with this. Beast it gone, round over. Round over. It's probably worth even saving this armor.
I don't know. Well, next round is last, but yeah, it's kind of like...
What are you going to do?
Yeah, what's the best result here? Maybe save an AK? It's about as good as it gets. 9 for forZe. Results been a monster. Shalfie had his moments individually. Fukushima late round. Again, same story. Why were they worried about playing under pressure? They looked like they were having every other game.
Diamonds. Ooh, all right, some guns gained. Maybe, if they can retrieve them. Woke up helps that. These kills actually might impact the final buy, but forZe don't need to worry too much about it. Zedko slips away with a gun. And some extra kills. Only one survivor.
There's going to be some Galils.
It'll actually
here.
make a difference.
Yeah. Got to be at least one Galil. Surely. Yeah. Right. Well. I mean, Sinners have to get free. This map is probably marginally T-sided, but there's not much in it. And they need to remember what it's like to get around over the line. It's been so long, seemingly. Now they're going to open up this one. Double AWP. First time we've seen it in this half. Shock on the second. Going to wipe this smoke, but nobody presenting. Crad now peeks. Ooh, a dangerous game. His lead is flying. And Sin is forced to give banana. They've backed out.
Oh, Shock! That's
How
a
did
huge
Shock
kill.
get that kill? How?
That's a massive kill. He's mollied, he's backpedaling, he's flash, and still somehow he holds on, but they're bringing the pressure right back. Shalfie's knife out? What is happening in this one? Shock! The ace! How? What? What a way to send us to the half!
Love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
I am still breathless after that final round. We got some time now, so let's talk about it, Alan. I mean, what? Where was that from shot? What?
If there's anything to motivate you after what has been a poor start from Sinners, surely that's such a moment that rips you out of, you know, feeling like you're down and out. But I've got bad news, Mike. There's a stack in mid, and they're rolling straight into it.
Oh, no. How do you just get the air taken out of your tires after one of the most insane aces I've ever seen in this game? KWERTZZ trying to reinflate them, trying to keep them going here. KWERTZZ might just be putting in the work, and result has to try and get away. Hold them at bay. There's still a minute on the clock. There's plenty of time here. The bomb's retrieved. They can make this work on Sinners. They need to make this work. You can't lose that momentum. You can't lose that just defibrillator to the comms, to the energy of this team. And they've got a space to a bomb plant now. forZe give up the site itself to re-clear here in towards mid. It's going to be the unexpected play. And now they've already gained short. They're already up abs. Oh, this could be huge from Result. He spots them both. He knows. And it's 2 shots to the back of the head. Result shuts them down. Good luck keeping the comms up after that one.
That could be the death blow. That might be it. It's not even a plan for Sinners. Is the word for this forZe team just tenacity? The ability to stay in these series. And now they're in full force. The calls are right. The stacks are right. Not a bullet misses. 3 rounds from Pro League. 3 rounds from a forZe team that's seen chops and changes they never would have expected a year ago. A hodgepodge. A pick and mix of players, if you will. And somehow they make it work. Collects enough skilled players. Give them the space to play. And this is the result.
It is.
They can taste it. They're so close now.
They're so close. They just can't let the pressure get to them. And
No.
I mean, having that kind of immediate pistol round response to getting one of the most absurd rounds. Shock should have been dead on the first. He should have gotten 1 kill. I'm just going to go back to this because I'm still thinking about it. He was mollied, backpedaling. He's not an AWPer. He gets flashed, finds that first kill, swaps to the deke, and just pop, 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 4 down on the dirt. And then, yeah, I mean, that's an incredible round. It's got to be mind-blowing, but then to just immediately get shut down by a baller Result play. Look, maybe you have the best clip, but Result's had the best game by far. He's got 20 kills here already, Alan.
I mean, it's going to slim consolation to Shock if they can't turn this around. Yeah, it's just a shame for Sinners that they just haven't arrived on Inferno. They're just getting absolutely manhandled in all of these rounds, seemingly. A lot of them in the first half did go close, but just that little extra towards the end of these rounds, the afterplants, the clutch nature of some of these forZe players. I don't know what Shalfie was talking about. They look calm as can be, serene, even when these situations should be favoring their opponents.
I mean, sometimes you don't know how you're going to respond until you're in this.
It's true.
Until you're in that moment, until you have that prize right on the other end. This is probably the biggest game this particular roster has had to this date, right? They're still relatively new. And now, just 3 rounds away from closing. We are a few minutes away from getting back in the server, unfortunately. A little bit of an issue being sorted out there. So we are going to take a quick break. And when we come back, it'll be time to see how this one ends. Well, we've had a bit more time to catch our breath. This round's not live. We've come back, but they're going back into spawn. This round's not live. Unfortunately, sorry for the bait there, folks. We were baited as well, if it makes you feel any better. But hopefully we should be dealing with that in just a flash. Don't know what's going on. Maybe Shock's Ace broke the server. It's my theory.
Might have done. Certainly was a quite a surprise, you might say. It's been an intriguing map so far, but yeah, it's hard to paint it any other way. It's forZe's map to lose. You saw the money there, looked very good as well. And what it would mean to some of these players to make Pro League. As we said, you know, the rebuild for forZe, it's been scrappy, it's been unexpected. I definitely don't think this was the lineup they all could have expected 3 or 4 months ago, but they're 3 rounds for Pro League, and I don't see why they wouldn't qualify at the rate they're going.
Yeah, it feels that way. It feels like it's got to be. It feels like, look, if what you need is the most unexpected ace of all time to get around, it just doesn't feel like we have Sinners locked in. We're hoping
Just checking,
to...
actually, so they played the last season of Pro League, but I don't think they played the one before.
This is which side? Sinners or forZe?
This is forZe. Yeah. They have some tenure in the Pro League level tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at some of these players, there is experience here. When you're talking about Shalfie, you're talking about Krad, they've been around. Result as well was with that old team. But Result's still a young gun in his own right. Tanir, new find. Kokushima, new find. It's the fact that they've all elevated together, right? That Shalfie settled into the in-game leading role, that they found this talented AWPer, another one from the CIS region coming on out, that they found that Result has elevated himself.
Yeah.
I mean, this map is a great example of it. He is dominant. That pistol round play was immense. We've had major clutches. The 2v5 from Result and Tanir, bringing it back over. Those are players of 22 and 18 years. 22 for Tanir, 18 for Result, and he's pulling off clutches like that. This next generation now entering in the forZe is immense pools of talent.
It actually feels like, so some of Result's spots have definitely changed. I think maybe Norvi was holding a lot of the spots that he's now taken over, and it certainly feels like he's quite capable of being more of an active piece, let's say, on the defense. This map is more static for him, as I think he's the pit player and the apps player, so a little bit slower, but we're seeing more sides to Results game. He's becoming a much more well-rounded player, and we said it earlier, in a team where there are some bizarre choices at times, it's rarely Result making mistakes. He has been brilliant.
No, I mean, and it allows having that pillar to build on, having that reliable pillar to build on, allows Gokushima to be that flashy, allows Gokushima to take those risks. Because, hey, if you can turn back a 2v5, if you can turn back a man-down situation because Result's playing it perfectly, that gives you the confidence to maybe make the game-changing play, to risk it all, to throw it all at the window. Certainly does allow for it. Yeah, I mean, we hopefully...
He's like the antidote to Krad. You send Krad in early, he causes the mischief, and then Result comes in late to make it work. But I guess you do have to discuss the flip side, is that Sinners are brilliant map 1. Map 2 had their moments. Yes, it wasn't super close in the end, but it definitely could have been an extremely close map. I don't know what's happened to Sinners here at the end. Maybe Inferno just isn't their map. Maybe inexperience in this map as a lineup. I'm not sure what it is, but they just can't get their teeth into this game whatsoever.
I mean, the team's not working as it's supposed to. We talked about it on the first map as a good thing, almost, that, we were relying on Zedco, B-Stick to be those difference makers, that KWERTZZ coming live is a huge piece. But we talked about in the interim, too. Where the hell has Oscar been? We've had very little impact from him. I mean, his 7 and 8, it's fine. The games have been fine, but he's not been taking over. Shock if you remove that insane ace 8 and 9 as well, right? Like, it's... You haven't had the big players. Those are your 2 top-rated players coming into playoffs. I have not taken over the server, far from it. Anything but. Now we are finally back into things, and I mean, this is not really a round where we're expecting much from Sinners.
No. But even if they want to root back into the series, damage is important. That is a good start. They might even be able to recover that. You can see Result slinking his way off to cover that for now, but it leaves Gokushima exposed, so eyes on this. All damage is good damage if you're Sinners.
A lot of damage here coming from the gun barrel of KWERTZZ, but he's going to be down. Now his teammates need to step up, and they've just got Glocks to do it. A couple kills have made this a little bit more viable in the long run, but still going to be 11 on the board if you can't find anything else here.
Yeah, none of the guns are in the open. Even the Deagle is just around this corner. Get their hands on that. Kukushima's going to face. Maybe looking. So 2 kills. It's not the end of the world, but we are any morsel, any scrap, any roots into a round right now has to be sprung upon. Alrighty.
Now.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. There is no breathing room. You need to leave that 1 round in the tank because at some point, forZe are going to get a double entry. At some point, Result's going to go massive. Krad's going to have one of his massive holes like he had earlier in this series.
The feint here. Oh, the flashbang. Shock tried to take the space, and it's denied. That's a massive punish early on. Shock shut down. Top of the board for Sinners, and now laid low. Pressure starting to mount here. Minute 20 to get this done. Gokushima. Well, it was looking like he might be the one tested, but no, instead they'll just smoke him off. Bit of desperation. That nade delivered back the other way. Ouch.
Not
and now
good.
They're getting active on Banana.
It's not looking good. They're going to commit to Banana as well. They know they've got a man advantage. They're not scared to just sit back passive on A. It's on Sinners to make the next move. 1 smoke, 1 Molotov. And if Krad can take Tanier's contact, these nades are ruinous. So much damage. And this is going to be 12 for forZe. Zedco can only look on in despair. Do you save? Do you go for this? Pick your poison. Because forZe are going to have 9 chances to get this done.
I mean, what do you even attempt here? You save the gun. You're having to save the gun when you're 9 rounds down. When you've been able to get so little going, when you've been denied control, when every advantage has slipped away. Counter-terrorists win. A shattering moment, a humbling moment here. Zedco will cling to life, though.
forZe are getting better in this tournament, man. They look better than they did against Apex. And even in this series, first map, good for Sinners. Some weak points on the forZe side. But from the second half, especially of Mirage onwards, they've barely lost a round. It has been flawless. And a Shalfie-led forZe team is about to do something incredible. 9 chances.
Trade early on. Gokushima out of play. That's something, at least. Big chess piece taken off the board. Banana control has been completely denied, but there's pressure here on towards A, and they're going to float the 3rd player over from the forZe defense to receive them. Shalfie taking some risks here. The smoke pop. Harassing. But he's taking some damage, and that'll keep him stuck in towards the cubby while his teammates work up short. There's the spot. Zedco seen. He didn't get the information. Oh, still able to recover. Massive kill from Zedco. Might just keep them going, but the nade is enough to trade. And RezZol can't keep that util out. A rare mistake from the man who has been untouchable. KWERTZZ the swing. Oh, no. They wanted the pit position. It's denied. Now the retake is well and truly on. Shock being held for, but it's Oscar actually creeping around. The bomb's now down. Shock and Oscar in a 1v2. Just Krad to deal with, but Oscar out in the open. Had no idea where Krad was coming from. Now this all falls to one man who just has a Tech 9, could not get his hands on a rifle. Shock committing in. Krad's got the read. Krad's got the right idea, but Shock's got the headshot.
8 to go. 8 to go. I thought Shalfie might have done enough here. I think the player out long didn't catch Shalfie. They thought brackets was clear. Almost there undoing. Here we go again. Another good buy from forZe. A bit short on nades for Gokushima and results. Tinea tosses his over. They're going to play Fukushima on B this round. It's a little bit of a switch up. See if he can get engaged.
Said go with an opener. Life creeping back in here for Sinners.
What you don't want to see now from forZe is getting overzealous, trying to... If you try too hard to win this, that's when you start making mistakes.
Gokushima's in the open. Gokushima's in the open. Maybe he's trying to pull a shock. Make a highlight of his own.
Gonna walk in.
Gonna creep forward. Oh,
I like
the timing is beautiful. He's got the space now, Alan.
Yeah, they're already free A, but why would you move now? Commit to this setup. Crad has a smoke as well. He can block long. Indeed he will. He's going to funnel them up short.
It's about all the utility. It is all the utility.
Going through. Here we go.
Timing everything here. The first kill found. Able to slip away, but they are approaching A, and Crowd's holding strong. Result behind him. This defense has held. B-Stick and Oscar now desperately trying to get over. But a smoke's gonna go down, and that's denial from Gokushima. They'll have to test it. They'll have to go through. They've only got 20 seconds. There's no time to spare. He's still got a molly even. Oh, the read! The read! Bisects them, drops the bomb, confirms. Oscar has to risk it, he knows. But there's just no way away. forZe in a 4v5 to close the map. What more fitting way to do so? They don't make a blunder. They don't make an error. They don't give an inch. And they are in to the ESL Pro League.
What a way to do it. Stunning stuff to end that series. forZe were